Howdy, Pete, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Talking Paranormal with the Old Man and his daughter. Where the hell is that feedback coming from? Hey, Jess,
Hello, Dad.
do you hear the feedback?
I do.
It just started. Huh. Yeah, that just started. I don't know where that's coming from. Well, that's interesting.
Very weird.
Um, as you know, here's my I don't know what that is. It wasn't here before. Well, I guess let me get this in here right now.
I'm new! I'm new! I don't know what to do!
I don't know what this is. It just started. Huh. Well, that's. Now, can you hear it on your end, or is it only on my end?
I can hear it a little bit.
A little bit. So
Yeah.
it's not like distracting or anything like that.
No.
God, but where's that coming from? Anyways, well, hey Jess,
Hello.
got a little sidetracked here. This is bugging the hell out of me, dude. Seriously, it just started. I don't know what it is. All right, well, add that to the troubleshoot list here. Um, so in honor of Halloween coming up this upcoming Friday, I figured, hey, it's gone. I can't hear it no more. Well, that's cool. All right, I can dig it. Very cool. Yeah, I know. It's just like ridiculous. Okay. Hey, but how we doing? So in honor of Halloween, I got a little sidetracked there. Now it's back. Now it's back. Is it possible, Jess, that's on your end?
I don't think so.
Because for a second there, it was gone again.
Hmm.
It's gone again, and I don't think it's on my end. But anyways, um, in honor of go over some of our EVPs that we got.
You're cutting out.
I'm cutting out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Am I still cutting out?
No, it's mostly when there's long sentences. It'll kind of sound like this, where like so it
Oh,
EVPs that we.
you know what? Let me. No, I had this on last week, so that you know what? Let me turn off this for a second. I'm curious. Nah, it's still there, dude.
Hmm.
Well, hell. Yeah, I don't have nothing else going that I don't normally have going. Um, hmm. Okay, I do have. Let's see.
Jay Hatter said, "Big interference. All devices shut off if not using."
Yeah, I have everything turned off. And let me. I have one idea. Let me try this. This was different from last week. Still there?
Yep. Yep.
God, what is it? There is literally nothing different from last week. But again, is it irritating or is it not irritating?
No, it's not irritating.
Okay, so it must be
Yeah,
okay.
even Jay Hatter said not bad.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. Let's do a new segment, Jess. Give me a second here. I loaded up all my stuff here from. So let me play this real fast.
Breaking news.
All right. Do we have any breaking news, Jess?
No breaking news, but there was something that I came across that I think it'd be cool to have your input on, especially since Halloween's on Friday.
Yes.
The Wyoming Tribune Eagle um, posted an article that said paranormal investigators say activity picks up this time of year.
Okay.
Says some believe that the closer we get to Halloween, the thinner the veil between the living and the dead. Spirits
That is
may
correct.
reside in their own former homes, not ready to let go, or at sites where large scale tragic events took place. While
This
the
could be
experts
true.
at Realtor.com say a haunted home can be explained away by things like antiquated plumbing systems, old electrical wiring, damaged insulation, or even small house pests like mice, others aren't so sure. Certain places across the nation where great tragedies took place are often most accessible to paranormal investigators who explore places where people feel a sense of otherworldliness. And they give an example of like think of Gettysburg
Yep.
or Little Bighorn. Um, and they had talked to someone who I guess they have their own paranormal group, and they're just saying that Little Bighorn is definitely overwhelming the feeling there sometimes.
Okay.
Um, but I kind of wanted to get your take on that. Do you think that's true? That like as we get closer to Halloween, you, activity picks up.
Well, I think you can get activity anytime, but supposedly the whole thing with Halloween is, as you had mentioned, the veil between our world and their world is at its thinnest, I guess, or smallest. So it
Yeah.
would make sense, to have more activity. Um, Whether or not, but again, like I said, it can happen anytime. And just as a side note, whatever that damn, I think the spirits are screwing with me, Jess. The the interference on my end is gone.
Okay.
I don't hear it no more. I don't know what. There isn't anything. I've not changed anything. I did move my voodoo doll higher up on the wall this morning,
Maybe
so
that's what it is.
that could be it. And I did move my good luck Greg Brady tiki statue up on the other wall.
No, that's definitely it.
So that's possible. That's possible. But yeah, interference is gone. Like I said, I haven't turned nothing on. Nothing's on that's not normally on. So I don't know. But yeah, so it is possible. As we get closer to Halloween, to have activity pick up. Yes.
Okay. Cuz yeah, like I know that it's like what we've talked about before. You can't turn activity on or off.
Yes.
But I'll admit, like I've been seeing a cat here,
Oh,
other than
really?
the three I have.
Okay. Well, there's your sign, Jesse. You need a fourth one,
Yeah, I was
or
like
or a pet raccoon.
that too. That too. I had a dream about raccoons a couple nights ago, and I'm like, this is a sign. Um,
It is.
but uh, it's it's weird because I'll just be like sitting on the couch and out the corner of my eye, because it's always the corner of your eye.
Yep.
Um, I'll see like a little cat, and it looks like a black cat, but I have two torties that, if they don't have light on them, they look dark.
Okay.
So I always think it's them, and then when I look over to ask like what they're doing, it's gone. And it
But
just started about a week ago.
didn't you have over in your guys' apartment? Didn't you guys, excuse me, see a ghost cat there too?
Yeah, it's always cats. I think it's just because I have some,
Yeah.
so they're kind of like, oh, okay, like I can kind of get away with being here.
She won't notice that I'm not real.
She won't notice that if there's one more. Like
No,
or
no.
or I'll see one in like the kitchen. Like the doorway or the little like I guess doorway to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And like again, I'll look and it's gone and I'm like, "Oh, maybe, Thina or maybe Kaya went away. Like maybe they went to go get water or something."
Mhm.
And uh I look and like Thina's laying next to Dustin and Kaya is laying on the floor.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And, Yenny's next to me. So I'm like, okay, there's one, two, three. There shouldn't be anything
There,
in the kitchen then.
there shouldn't be a fourth one.
There shouldn't be a fourth one, no. So, yeah, I've been seeing that around. I haven't asked Dustin if he has, but I have been seeing a little cat. Um, just picked up about a week ago, like I said. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting to think that maybe it is because Halloween is getting closer, and that's kind of
Yeah.
because I think we've also talked about it's usually around like a full moon, right?
Yeah. It
And
could be either.
thunderstorms.
Yeah. Thunderstorms, geomagnetic storms, solar flares will increase activity, and a full or a new moon will also increase activity.
Interesting.
And then just really quick, Jess, Jay Hatter was asking about Greg Brady.
Oh
um,
God,
I am a big, big Brady Bunch nerd. Um, I have the complete series on DVD. Well, actually, Blu-ray. DVD sucks. The quality is bad, but no judging if you have Blu-rays. That's perfectly fine. I still have some too. It has the two movies and like the specials and stuff. Well, Jess got me for Father's Day a couple years ago a replica tiki statue that Greg wore, or Barry Williams wore on the episode, the three-part episode where the family went to Hawaii on Mr. Brady's company's dime, which is very generous of them to pay for a family of six. Well, I'm sorry, six kids, mom and dad, and Alice. And then also Jess and Sam for Father's Day, and I still have that too. Did one of those cameos with Barry Williams, and he's wearing that tiki statue around his neck, like the replica that I've got. So yeah, so that's where I said I did move it though. I moved it up on the other wall, other over here by my other autograph pictures, because with my new desk, you couldn't see it because the part of the desk was hiding it. So and the tiki statue needs to be seen because it is very cool. So yeah, Johnny Bravo. I don't know. See, the whole thing with, and I know I'm not getting off track here a little bit maybe, but I do not like the Brady Bunch in the later episodes where they had Peter, Peter the Wolf, where he had his twin that moved into the same area, and there's his twin. The one where Peter has a crush on a chick, and he asked Greg to be like, Serial de Bergerac or whatever, and she falls for him, and it got dumb. It's like when they got older, it got dumb, and Johnny Bravo was kind of in that thing. It's like, okay, who is going to sign some unknown dude or unknown family that just hits, seem to be auditioning for a talent show? But I understand, kids get older and you have to, and that's why Robert Reed, who is Mr. Brady, him and Shorts, Sherwood Schwartz, who was the producer and creator of the Brady Bunch, in the later episodes were at odds because Robert Reed thought that some of the scripts were totally ridiculous, and I have to agree. Oh yeah, and when Cousin Oliver came, that is considered jumping the shark, and yeah, and that don't even get me going on those where the FBI agent came and they thought that, and then the whole yeah. So yeah, okay, I'm not looking at chat no more because I will go off on the Brady Bunch. Hey Jess, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so in honor of, like I said, Halloween being this upcoming Friday, we are going to be doing some EVPs, and we have a lot. I don't know if we're going to get onto all of them, but that's not important, I guess. So basically, a little, a little like a backstory. What I'm going to do is do a little backstory on each EVP, and now that I figured that I can play the audio files, duh. So yeah, why not? Okay, so the first one I'm going to do, I'm just scrolling through my list here, is probably this one right here. We were doing an investigation. It was a house. Let me bring up Google Maps real fast so I can see. You know what? I'm going to turn on the other screen over here because I prefer to have that screen over here. Oh, what the hell are you doing? Oh, there you are. So that way I don't have to. God, I hate that too. I hate this desk. I don't have enough room. Um, because this way I can open this up on my other monitor and still see my chat. So yeah, so we were doing an investigation. It was somewhere near the border of, I think, Ohio. I think it was. And bear with me, guys. There's Jackson's way past Jackson. Here we go. It was like really close to. Oh, I'm in Indiana. I'm way the hell off that. Yeah, there's 94, so it's not too far down from 94. 69. Okay, there's Indiana. Well, I can't find it now. But anyways, it was a small town, and it was me and of course Brenda, and we had a additional person with us. I didn't. Again, I don't like to mention names if I haven't gotten approval. And we were upstairs, and I'll probably spit the name out anyways, unconsciously. We were doing an investigation, and we were upstairs in the upstairs bedroom, and this person who was a part of our team, he had his EVP or his tape recorder running, and we were upstairs with a homeowner, and we were asking or trying to figure out where the previous owner was. She had passed away, the previous owner, and the homeowner goes, "Well, there's a cemetery not too far from here," and she and the homeowner goes, "She's probably there." But this is the response that we got, and hopefully it plays well. Can you hear that, Jess?
Yeah, it was actually really clear.
Was it? See, I tried to increase my volume here, and now the interference is back. What the hell is going on? See, unless it is the extra monitor. Now it stopped. No, it's not. Now it's back. Okay, let me turn off the extra monitor. Even though I had this running last week, I doubt that's it. But this is irritating. But anyways, so I'm trying to increase the volume. Oh, there we go. See, I tried playing that. That was totally crap. Let me try this one. It's just real fast. Wow, I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's this. I don't think I'm getting feedback from that. Okay, I'm going to try Jess first for a second. I'm going to turn off my board and turn the board back on.
Okay.
me back? Oh shit! There we go. See, dude, I don't know what's going on. Your mom isn't here, so I know she's not doing anything. She's over to grandma's. Why do I have this interference for? I have no idea. And it went away for a while. I don't know if I can continue doing this, Jess.
Do we want to? I get we could postpone this till next week. Just
Yeah,
troubleshoot.
I might have to because but the whole thing was nothing changed from last week. I haven't added any
Mhm.
software. I haven't added anything. And yeah, so, well, let me try that one more time. What one was? Oh, I am here. So is that, could you guys hear that okay?
Yeah, it sounded great. Jay Hatter said, "Sounds like your device. It goes away when you speak."
Well, let me unplug my microphone. Is that better? Jazz, is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. All I did, I still hear a little bit, but I pushed my microphone back into my audio mixer. I pulled it out and pulled it back in. So I ain't touching anything the rest of the show because that sucked. Okay, so you could hear the I am here.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's where she was at. Was she was still in the house, and she was an older woman that had passed away, and she was, so like I said, the thing was, where is she? And she goes, I am here. So okay, I'm still getting the feedback. Just let me unplug again real fast. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm still getting the feedback though.
Yeah, I agree with Jay Hatter. We can hear you fine.
Okay, but for some reason here, let me unplug my headphones and plug the headphones back in. I wonder. All right, I guess I'll play with this later. I don't want to get bugs to freak out of me. But okay, all right. So um, one of the other ones that we have here for EVPs is we were in. Well, here's a couple here. We were called in a couple years ago to investigate a restaurant in River Rock. Well, I'm sorry, the restaurant was called River Rock Restaurant over by Grand Blanc. And a backstory is the owner of it. It was a woman, and she had lost her son. I don't remember the details. It was like 2 or 3. See, now the feedback's fucking gone. Okay, who's ever's messing with me, please stop. I'm kind of busy here, and she was experiencing things. Even like her employees would hear voices when there wasn't anybody there. They would see shadows. Things would turn up missing and then reappear, especially like car keys. So we went, did our investigation, and it might be time for a new soundboard. I have a birthday coming up. I think it's time for a new soundboard. Screw this one. I'm tired of it. Rant over. So we got we got two EVPs. One of them is, it sounds like I'm just trying to find it again. I had it, but then it went away. Um, where did you go? He went. I'm new at this. I don't know what to do. Okay, so here's one here. It sounds like I will play it twice. I can control the volume over here. So I'm going to play it twice. The first time I won't say nothing. Then the second time I'll let you know what I think it says before we play. So here is the first one from the River Rock restaurant. Okay, so what I think it says. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do like kind of like get interaction here. What do you guys think? And reply in the chat. What do you guys think that EVP said? Or Jess, if you want to comment also.
Yeah, we didn't really. That one wasn't as clear as the first one.
Okay. And then the feedback just came back again as soon as you started talking, Jess.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. Well, what I think it says, it would be Jay Hatter. It would be a child, or not a child, like a voice, and I think it says "mommy." And I'll play it for you guys again.
Okay, yeah, I heard that.
And see, I couldn't hear it now because I got this fucking feedback that's in my ear. Um, could it be my headphones? Maybe.
It could be if you're hearing it on your end,
Yes.
then like if you're hearing it in your headphones, it's you.
Yeah, I'm hearing it in my headphones. You guys are not
Yeah.
hearing anything, right? Yeah.
No, not hearing anything anywhere.
You know what? Let me go. If y'all can hold the fort for a few seconds, let me go get my Xbox headphones. And well,
Okay.
you know what, Jess, it's gone again. I'm not gonna sit here and play with this all day. So yeah, so I think it says mommy, and there's this other one here, and like I said, I will play it twice. The first time I won't say nothing. Did you all hear that right towards the end?
Yes.
And what I think it said is want to go home. But when it happened, it's it's like I want to go home. The home part is stretched out. Let me play that again for you guys. Right here. That's what I think it is. Is I want
Uh,
to go home.
I don't think we've touched on this, or maybe we have. It's just been a long time.
Yeah.
Do you know, or do you have an idea of why it comes like EVPs come across as whispers and not just like people talking?
No idea.
Okay.
None. Yeah, I'm not trying to be smart. No, I don't know. Um, and Capricite, he even brought that up too. He goes, why does all the EVPs seem to be a whisper? I don't know. Um, is it possible they don't have a voice box because they don't have a body? I honestly do not know the answer to that. To be honest with you, Jess.
That would be an interesting theory because you did say that this one time that I I don't like the word possessed, but
Right.
like
Right.
when you let a spirit into your body and you said you couldn't feel your arms or legs,
Yes. Yep.
and uh the your friend said that because she doesn't have them anymore.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
So I could see why it would be whispers.
And because she said also is because they haven't had them for a long time, arms or legs or a body. They don't know how to use a body.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean that's the only thing I can possibly think of is that it's has something to do with they don't have a physical voice box. I don't know. Um, I wish I did, but unfortunately, I do not know.
We have theories.
Yes, and again, the paranormal, and I've said this before, the paranormal is not an exact science. No one is an expert. If they say they're an expert, they're lying to you, straight out. There is no such thing as an expert in this field because honestly, we don't know everything there is. There are our theories, there are accepted theories, but other than that, no. It's anyone's guess. How certain things are, how certain things aren't, why certain things are, why certain things aren't. So yeah, it's basically anyone's guess. So this other one is we were we were in the hotel. It's not really a hotel no more over in Linden. This was pre-COVID, so obviously about 2018-ish or so, 19-ish. And we were upstairs. We just to backtrack the story here. We have a bear called LB, and he is the only bear that is specifically designed for the paranormal investigations or investigators. He can detect movement, vibration, touch, and if you believe it or not, temperature change. And he'll talk in like a child's voice. And what he's trying to do is if he gets, like I said, touched or moved or vibration or temperature change, he'll start talking. Like for example, we were someplace and he goes, "Brrr, was that you? It got cold in here." Unfortunately, he can't record. He has to. Well, he doesn't have to do anything, but he talks, and you have to have like a tape recorder near him to get any responses because unfortunately he cannot record. So his only job is to start talking. He's like, "What is your favorite color? Can you count to three with me?" So he's trying to like get the spirits to communicate with him, and we can record this on a tape recorder. So we were in the hotel over in Linden, and I was, and the it's not a hotel no more. The upstairs is now a sports bar. It used to be a hotel back in the day, like years, like I think 1800s, early 1900s. It used to be a hotel upstairs and a restaurant on the first floor. Well, the owner Jack, rest in peace, Jack. He he took out the whole upstairs, the individual rooms and made it into a sports bar. Well, we were doing a investigation. We had been there about 3 or 4 times, and LB he can be annoying as hell. If there are not any kids around, we call him uh, little bear. If there are not any kids around, little bastard, because he won't shut up. He just talks and talks and talks. I did a presentation this past Thursday in Romeo, Michigan, and I had him as a prop, and he was talking the whole freaking time. Um, yes, but the bear they have is yes, little bastard. So I cut out Jess.
Yeah, just cuz you had mentioned like we have a bear and then you cut off for a second and then you would mention like how LB functions or like how he works.
Oh,
So I just wanted to let chat know that, he
okay.
cut off on my end. If you did on your end, this is the bear's name.
I'm telling you, Jess, the spirits are fucking with me today. They don't want me to do this for some reason. Holy shit. No issues last week. No issues ever until this episode. But anyway, so here, like I said, I will try to play it twice. The child's voice that you may or may not hear is LB. And then there's a response after, and I will play it for you first.
Something, can you please say it again?
Okay. So right after KLB says, "I didn't hear what you said. Can you say it again?" And then you hear like a chime, and right after the chime, you'll hear a whisper again, and he says, "I already did,"
Something? Can
right
you
after the
please
chime.
say again?
So could you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. And now the feedback's back. But again, Jess, as soon as you started to talk, the feedback came back.
Let me try something.
Okay.
All right. Do you still hear the feedback?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay.
Nope, I'm perfectly fine. Can you hear me
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
So
Janitor
so
said no
what
feedback.
Thanks. So what did you do? Did you unplug something or something or
I just switched the mic from my headset back to my mic.
PC? Okay. Yeah, feedback's gone. We'll see how long it lasts. But okay, so then here's this other one that maybe this last half hour here will go unscathed for technical issues. Again, this is LB, and he is a bear. I mean, he is a teddy bear. Okay, so I will play it once, and then I'll play it again. Now, everyone heard that? Okay,
Yep.
feedback's back. Oh, yep. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so he said after LB started talking, you heard a voice say bear. I'll play it for you guys again. And that was pretty clear. Okay, so then this one, Jesse is familiar with this one. This is one Jesse from Gettysburg,
Oh, okay.
and it was taken in Triangular Field. And it was, and if you're not familiar with Triangular Field area, it is between the peach orchard would be to the north. I'm sorry, to the west. The wheat field would be to your north, and directly behind you would be Adams Battery and Devil's Den. That's where that area would be at. And triangular field is just a field shaped as a triangle, plain and simple. It's not anything spectacular. It's not anything special. No, it's a field shaped as a triangle, and there's a fence around it that makes it shaped like a triangle. Now it's well known in the paranormal fields that there's a lot of activity there. Equipment will fail regularly, and we were there with this is a couple of years. Well, again, anything that we did here is pre-COVID, obviously. So I'm not for sure exactly when it was, but it was pre-COVID, and I was all alone, and I was taking pictures, and you'll hear me say flash because I was taking flash, a flash picture, and if anyone, it's just habit. If anyone's around and they're using night vision equipment, they know not to look because the flash could actually blind them. So it's just as paranormal investigators, I got into the habit of saying flash if I take a picture with a flash. So you'll hear me say flash, then you hear the camera, and then there's a question that was asked of me. So I will play it one time, and then I'll play it again with commentary.
Flash.
There's me saying flash.
Flash.
Did you all hear that?
I did.
Yep. Does anybody have any comments or of what you think it is?
I do.
All right, Jess, what do you think it is?
I think he says, "Am I buried?"
Yes, yes. And even though for the new people here, I am a medium. Brenda is also the wife. We are medium psychics, whatever you want to call it. Um, I did not sense any spirits there, and I did not hear it until I played it back in the hotel room. So I'll play it again, and right after I say, it just what if this is playing, can you hear me talking over it?
We should. Yeah, actually, yeah, we can.
Okay, so I will tell you guys when it's about ready to happen. So let's play it one more time.
Flash.
So there's the first flash, and it's coming up right about here-ish.
Flash.
See, I didn't hear it that time, but I'm getting the interference again.
Flash.
There was the first flash. Wow.
Flash.
See, this is irritating me. Now the feedback's gone. Okay, so we were in a hospital in Lorain, Ohio. The hospital is called St. Joseph's, and it's abandoned. It has been since '95, I think it was. And we did an overnight investigation. It was just us. We did the overnight investigation, and we got some EVPs. The first one is we were in the ER, and it was towards the end of us leaving for the night. We had been there overnight, and it was probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. And where the ER was at compared to because we when we got to the hospital, we had to go to like it would have been like the front lobby area, and that's where we staged all of our equipment. That's where when we came back, we would sit and rest, charge up our equipment if we had to. And so we had to like trek away from there into the hospital, down to the ER, and so it took us a while to get back up to the our where our equipment was at. So we're getting ready to pack up, and me and Brenda talk about it when the EVP starts about the equipment. We had the tape recorder had failed our previous investigation. We had recorded for about 3 hours, and for some reason it only recorded for about a minute and a half, and then it stopped. So you'll hear us talking about this here in the first part of the EVP, and wait until the very almost towards the very end. And if you can hear me, I'll speak up real fast. You hear a woman scream, and I said I'll play it twice, but towards the end you hear a woman scream. So here it is,
Oh yeah.
and that's where we're talking about the tape recorder. Did you all hear that scream?
Oh, it's right at the end.
Yeah. See, Jess, every time that you're talking into me, bud, I'm getting feedback every time now. Again. So, anyways, that we'll address this, I guess, later. Yeah. So it's right at the very end. You would hear the scream, and but again, we did not hear that scream at all. None of us did. If any of us did, we would have, and the feedback's gone, Jess. We would have commented about it. Like, hey, did you hear that? And I will play an EVP here that Charles does. Oh shit! See, I just did it. Where a person of our team, he says, did somebody just say shut up? And I will play that. So somebody would have commented, hey, did someone hear a woman scream? So I'll play it for you guys again. It's right towards the very end. Like I said, here's where me and Brenda's talking about the tape
Oh
recorder.
yeah. Hope it works. Well,
Right there. And like I said, no one heard the scream. There was no, and it seemed kind of far away. So I don't know if that was the scream of like a family member whose relative had just passed, or was it someone they were just bringing in? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, so that one was one of them, and the other one here. Let me scroll down to find it. Okay, so we were in pediatrics. I'm sorry, we were heading to pediatrics. We were somewhere in the hospital. I don't remember where we were at, and we heard this. This is clear as a bell,
Pediatrics.
and that's what we got on our tape recorder. Pediatrics.
Pediatrics.
And then this other one that we got, one of our team members, she was talking. We were in, I know where this was taken. We were in the psychiatric ward of this hospital. And again, you have to imagine the building, the whole hospital had no electricity, no heat, no anything. So as far as heat, power, lights, or anything. So this is about as a perfect condition that you can get into for an investigation because you do not have interference. You're not getting, well, except for on this podcast, you're not getting interference as far as false positive EMF readings because that the hospital had a bad power outlet or the outlet was bad or there's a fuse box or whatever the case might be. So this hospital was about as sterile as you could get for an investigation because you had no possibilities of having false EMF readings, which is always a good thing. So we were in the psychiatric ward, and a team member of ours, she had said something to the effect, I know you hear something. And here's the response that she got. And this was taken by LB because all these EVPs here in the hospital, LB was close by. So, and this is not LB because LB's voice is totally different from what here it is. So here is our team member saying something to the effect like, I know you're here, and this is the response.
No, he's here.
Okay, now LB does not say yeah. She does complete sentences. So I know that that was not LB. So I'll play it for you guys one more time.
No, he's here.
So I'm assuming you all heard that. I'm assuming, Justin, that was pretty clear.
Yeah. I just called Dustin on Discord and he said there's
Yeah.
no feedback on my end.
Really?
Yep. I had to double check because I'm like, this is driving me crazy if it's not me. So I called him real quick. I'm like, I can't hear you because I'm on the podcast, but
Yeah.
I'm talking to hear feedback. If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know either. Like either way.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, there's no feedback at all. He's like,
Hmm.
you're coming in crystal clear.
I wonder if it's Xfinity. Interesting.
Could be.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to troubleshoot this. I have a week to troubleshoot this. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the EVP that a person got that was in our team, and I know that this person is not listening, so I can probably say her name, Autumn. Um, she was Charles was recording, and they we're talking, and it sounds like someone says, "Shut up," and then Charles says immediately, "God, I just did it again." The person that was with her said, "Did someone just say shut up?" So he heard that in real time. So here it is. Or actually, he might have heard it through his headphones. But anyways, so here's the EVP. Oh, that's right.
Deer caught in the headlights kind of look.
Yeah,
So anyway, oh,
someone say something like shut up or something.
no. So as soon as Autumn got through talking, like a split second after, you hear what sounds like "shut up," and the person that was with us, he said, as you heard, "Did somebody say something like shut up?" So I'll play it again. Oh, that's right. It's right after Autumn stops talking.
Deer caught in the headlights kind of look.
Yeah,
So anyway, right there. Well, she says caught in it.
Someone say something like shut up or something.
No. So it was right when she said the deer in the headlight look. You hear, and I don't know how well it came across. You hear someone say "shut up," and our other team member said, "Did somebody say something like shut up?" So,
How was it that he heard it like live?
well, it's either. I mean, you can hear EVPs live. It's very rare, but and also too, if if because Jess, I have that EVP watch,
Yeah.
which is basically a recording device. Okay, but if you have the headphones plugged in, you hear EVP in real time. So if I almost said it again, so if that person who was recording, if he had headphones plugged into his tape recorder, he would have heard it in real time.
I did want to say before we go on to the next one, Jay
Yeah.
had asked a question a couple minutes ago that I don't think we caught, or that I don't think that we talked about. They asked, can events imprint themselves on a place?
Yes.
I think Gettysburg is a great example.
Yes. Gettysburg is um, Gettysburg. It has like a Devil's Den in particular, but I know like Round Top, Little Round Top. Um, they have. You see, it's a certain kind of rock, a limestone or something that starts with a G. Anyways, it is known to absorb energy. Now, of course, that's like a shitload of energy when you have people being killed where they are literally talking to you 1 second and then the other second they're gone. Plain and simple. Um, and houses can too. From what I can understand or I understand is certain type of building material can also absorb energy. And as an example, well, I don't know if this is so much an example, but there is two types of hauntings. There is residual, and there is a intelligent haunting. Intelligent haunting is the spirit will acknowledge you, it will interact with you. A residual haunting is like something being recorded on a VCR. God, excuse me, this pops give me the burps. And then you hit, for some reason, you hit a play button. The atmosphere is perfect or something, and it will replay events. And that is one other way of having the environment absorb energy. But yeah, Gettysburg is a prime example. You had trauma, you had death, you had not knowing if you were going to make it until tomorrow, and all then you have these rocks or limestone or formations that can absorb energy, and that will just make things record. And that's why Gettysburg, you always hear about people seeing paranormal, people hearing things, seeing things.
That's why the EVP for Gettysburg kind of makes me emotional because it's like
Yeah.
usually with EVPs, it's like hi or
Yep.
I'm here or so like having an EVP in Gettysburg And the only thing that they cared to ask was, "Am I buried?" is
Yeah.
so incredibly sad.
Oh, it is. And then when we were there our first time, Jess, not with you and Sam, but when we went with our friend and her husband and their child, um,
Yeah.
we went on that DVD. You know, they have. If you're not familiar, you can buy a DVD driving tour of the actual battlefield, and you basically pop it in your. And this is aging me here. You pop it in your CD player in your car, and it'll be like, okay, drive until you see the first stop, which will be Reynolds Woods. Pause this DVD or this disc until you get to a sign that says number one. So then you drive over there, you see the first stop. There's a sign on the side of the road that says number one. You hit play, and then it'll give you a history of what happened there. On like for example, Reynolds Wood or Reynolds Woods on July 1st, the I think it's the Iron Brigade, which he was in charge of, which had soldiers from Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and I want to say Illinois. They came into town. General Reynolds, he got mortally wounded. The woods was called um, Reynolds Woods, and blah blah blah. So we were way, 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 way into the tour, and we were over by the actually the Peach Orchard, Devil's Den area. And one of the stops, our friend, who, as we all know, is a medium, and she said that there was two souls, the spirits of two soldiers, looking into the car, just looking at us. And one of them was asking her, "I want to go home. How can I make it home?" And then when we were over on Little Round Top, it got really cold. They have two cannons on Little Round Top, and in that area of those two cannons, it got really cold. And she said, "There's a spirit here with us right now." And she goes, "All he asked was I wanted to see his dog. How can I see my dog?" And it's just sad that after 100 and some, however many years, 150, 160 years after the battle, that's all they want to do is how do I get home? Or in this case, am I buried?
Which is just, it's so sad.
No, yeah, it is. I mean, because they are basically recreating this battle over and over. Well,
They're probably just stuck in a loop.
oh yeah, and so you figure the battle. So we're in 2025. My math is not too good. That was 1863. Excuse me, 2025 minus 1863. 162 years ago this year. And they're all they want to do is how do I get home? Or am I buried? All right, the feedback's back. So I'm going to do one more EVP and I'm calling it a day. I'm tired of this crap. Um, and we're here for almost an hour. I might play two more. Uh, the prison in Mansfield, Ohio. We have gone there many times, and one of the times they had just opened up the sub basement to the east block. It had been closed. The prison in Mansfield, Ohio, closed in 1995, I think it was. Shortly thereafter, the um, the sub basement of the east block was closed off. And when we went, this was like three or four times ago. We went, and they told us that the sub basement for the East Block had just been opened up for the first time since the prison closed. And they said that they were getting a lot of reports, especially from females, of feelings of being touched. Well, yeah, if this has been closed for years, excuse me, and all of a sudden you're opening it back up and adding females into an all man's prison, of course you're going to have activity. So we were there, and our member that I've already said his name twice had asked if EVP. I believe he asked if he needed help, if there was any spirits that needed help, and this was his response.
Do you want us to help you?
So right after he asked, "Do you want us to help you?" you hear a voice say, "No." And I'll play it again.
Do you want us to help you?
It is a faint whisper, but he says, "No," like that. All right. Then there's one more right here, and then this technical debacle will be over for today. Um, Again, he asked if someone wanted to hold his hand, and I believe we're still in the prison. And he asked this, "Do you want to hold my hand?" And was his response. So that was towards the end, and he says, "Do you want to hold my hand?" And you hear, "No." I'll play it again. It's towards the end of the clip. So you all right. Let's end this with one more EVP, and this is the one that we had Jess from the train depot. So I would like to get your inputs on this, people in the chat, and here it is. This was taken on the first floor. It's now the Amtrak station or the Amtrak area, and it's right beside the the female restroom. And there's been a lot of activity, no pun intended, in the female restroom. And this was, like I said, this was taped just outside of the female's restroom on the first floor of the train station. So here it is.
Just let you know.
So it almost sounds like to me, and correct me, anybody, it sounds like to me that it says, "I don't know, no one asked me, or no one told me." Is
I
that
hear
what you're
told me.
told me? So it is, "I don't know, no one told me."
Yeah.
Okay, I'll play it for you guys again.
Just let you know.
It's right here.
Oh, well, hold on.
Yes.
That time I thought I heard no one said anything.
See,
Okay,
and
play it
this
one more time.
yeah, and this is the problem that we have with EVPs, is it's up to interpretation, and that's why I kind of hate it. Like when you're watching them on TV, and it's like you'll hear it, but it's like, what did they say? And then they'll put the words underneath. So then after that, oh yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah,
Okay,
your brain hears it. It hears what you're reading. So it's like,
yeah, exactly,
okay,
exactly.
it did say kill Zach.
We can only hope. No threats, no threats, no threats. Don't be calling, Podbean, telling me to take me off the air. That was a joke. It was like we had a presentation, Jess, really fast about this. We were talking about the Holly Hotel, and I go, well, they just had a fire again, like I think 3 or 4 years ago, and I go, and I told them that, we tried to get over there again to do an investigation, and they're like, well, we have a exclusive agreement with a other group, whatever, so we can't have you come back, even though we were back there 4 times, had it reported with us twice. So I go, yeah, and I heard that George and Christie, who owned the hotel, after this last fire, I guess they decided to sell the hotel. And I'm like, I hope the damn thing burns down. And everyone's like, in the audience, and like, Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of like Matt on his comedy routines,
Mm-hmm.
where he's like, "I'm kidding. I'm kidding." So okay, I'll play this one more time. Just let you know.
Yeah, no I'm hearing said anything. I don't know, no one said anything.
Okay. So okay, chat. Does chat have any idea on that before we head out here for the day? See if there's any more that I haven't played yet. I'm playing as much as I can while the interference isn't here. See, I think we went through actually all of our. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's two more left. I'm sorry. Well, actually, here's this one right here. We were greeted when we first started. I don't know where this was at, but we were greeted first thing. You all heard that, right?
Play it
Hello,
again?
hello. As soon as it started taping, you hear hello.
Oh, okay, yep, now I heard it.
Hello. Okay, so here is our last two, I promise. And I know what everyone is thinking. You give a dork with audio effects, I can have a field day. And it has been a challenging podcast today with all the technical issues. When I'm done here, I'm going to go through and just check all my connections to make sure. But it's gone for the time being, so you know what? I'm okay with that. Okay, so here's the last two. Is we were at Bath doing our investigation. This was early in our investigations over there. We've been to Bath 20, 25 times easily. And here's one. We asked a question. And I believe we were asking, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we are talking, and then you hear someone that says something. I won't ruin it for you guys. So this is what was said.
Yeah. Well, that's more for us. Really. Yeah. But over here, though, I didn't see that.
You hear that right towards the end? I have a question, is what the EVP asked.
Yeah. Well, that's more for us. Really. Yeah. But over here, though, I didn't see that.
There it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yep.
I have a question. And then obviously there's just two of us there, and obviously it wasn't either one of us. Okay, so our last one, and we're a little over an hour, but you know what? We have problems today. Um, we were asking where a certain room was. And again, if you're not familiar with Bath, it was the school was partially blown up May 18th of 1927, and we were there, and the school's gone obviously now. Only thing that is left of the original building is the cupola, or a bell tower, however you want to think of it as. And that is right in the center of the park, and it's just basically a park now. So we were asking where a certain classroom was, and this is the answer that we got.
That's going to come out.
And that was obvious or clear. Where, I'm not quite sure. I'll play it for you guys again.
That's going to come out.
Again, there was just two of us there, so I don't know who that was. And that concludes my EVPs for our Halloween air quote special. Do you have anything, Jess, in closing?
Only that we are in the middle of this. I set up the Discord for Phasmophobia. I invited
Oh, good.
Christian and Dustin.
Okay.
So tentatively, we're going to be streaming it on November 15th. there was an update that came out, or that is going to come out, that was announced earlier this week, last week. That's coming out on the 11th. So on the 15th, we're jumping in and we're gonna play.
What day is the 15th?
Saturday.
Can't do it.
Can't.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, I talked to you about this yesterday. I'm pretty sure nothing's changed in the 12 hours.
Nope, 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 nope. I was jiving you, Jess. Okay, so yeah, so I'm assuming that we'll have a link for that
Yes.
we can post on our our website, yeah, our Facebook page for this.
Yes. We'll more than likely we'll probably stream it on Twitch.
Okay,
Um,
all right.
and then I put in the message beforehand. We'll get together on Discord and make sure all of our mics are working. Make sure
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
webcams are working. Everything looks good. Um, and also just kind of weed out any problems. And
yes.
then we'll stream on that on Twitch. We'll post it on YouTube. And yeah, we'll get links and everything on the Facebook page. And we'll post them on here as well.
So so just again, just to make sure I'm clear, because
I'm new! I'm new! I don't know what to do!
can they log in or can they join us or watch us on Twitch live, right? That's how that
Yes.
works.
Yep.
And it'll
It's
be
open. Depending on if we make a channel for the podcast or if we just stream on, because I think Christian's gonna be live on his, and I think Dustin said he's gonna be live on his. So it's gonna be multi Twitch channels that are gonna be showing this.
okay.
So
Okay.
um, we'll probably just make it easier. We'll probably make a Twitch channel for the podcast,
Okay.
and then we'll stream it on there.
All right. I will leave that up to you experts. And
Okay.
and when the time comes, Jess, just send me the link so I know where to go.
Okay.
keep
Sounds good.
keep it easy for me, dude. I'm getting older, so as easy as possible. I would appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, okay. Yeah, we are also still working on. I did, and if you were here last week, I plugged my webcam into the wrong computer, and that's why it wasn't working. So I do have the webcam here working, not right now, obviously, because this is a podcast. So we are still working on, me and Jess doing a reactionary video YouTube channel to paranormal videos. And that's why I would like to do also maybe cryptid, Bigfoots also, just so we were covering, maybe even UAPs also, just so we're covering the whole thing. And that is
Yep.
still working. The YouTube channel is called The Spider's Web. It's just there now. If you go to it, all you see is our profile picture of a spider's web. That's it. There isn't anything on it yet, but hopefully soon we can get that going because I'm really excited about that, and I want one of those plaques on the wall for 1,000, views, whatever, likes, or no, actually it's 1,000 subscribers to get a plaque for the wall. I want that plaque, like on Napoleon Dynamite, where he was trying. Uncle Rico was trying to sell that cheap ass fake Tupperware stuff, and he had
Hmm.
that like a old fashioned schooner, and she goes, "I want that.
Yep.
I want that thing on the wall." It says 1,000 subscribers, so that is coming. All right, Jess, do you have anything else?
Nope, that was it.
All right, well, thank you all, and Jess, thank you for co-hosting,
Of course.
and everyone else, thank you for bearing with us in our technical issues. As of now, they're gone. So I don't know what the hell that was. I'm still going to check my cables and shit after I'm done with this. But yeah, last week was fine. I was playing Hair Satellite Radio today, Hair Nation. I don't think that that would interfere because I closed it out, so I don't know. Technology works great when it works, but when it don't, it doesn't. We're our last presentation of this year is on Tuesday. It's Whitmore Lake Public Library. If you're in Michigan, you're in the area, stop in and say hey. It's about an hour and a half presentation. The one Thursday went well. We had a pretty good people showing up. So, and as always, stay away from the light. And as always, you have to be more afraid of the living than you do of the dead. And happy Halloween, everybody. Be safe. Stay out of trouble because Halloween's on a Friday, so that means you'll be in jail until Monday. So, with that being said, be kind to each other, and until we meet again.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.